Hi, this is Stephen from Biketown. Today I'm going to talk to you about lights. So lights on your bike are pretty much essential all year round, but they're even more important at this time of year when the clocks go back and the nights draw in. They're really important for you to get a good set of lights so that people can see you on the road. The kind of lights that you need, it really depends on the kind of riding you're doing. If you're mostly riding in the city where there's lots of street lighting, you're probably not going to need a big beast like this. You probably only need a couple of adequate front and back lights like these. These are normally kind of 50 lumen in the back or 100, 200 in the front, and they're totally fine because all these lights are doing are making sure that other people can see you on the road. Whereas a big light like this is for kind of lighting the road up ahead of you. So if you're doing country lanes, or maybe even your ride takes in a little bit of the country lanes and a bit of city riding, then you might need something a bit more powerful, but you'll find that most of these big ones have got kind of multiple modes on them. So it's just a case of remembering to dial it down when you're in town. You don't want to be dazzling everybody that's coming in another direction. It's also quite a good idea to tilt your light down, tilt the beam down so you're not dazzling everybody in the eyes when they go by. So yeah, good for city lanes, lighting up the road ahead of you. Remember to turn it down when you go into the city and put it back down to a kind of normal mode. And then lights like these are all you really need on your bike if you're riding around town. The lights will vary in price depending on different features and brightness levels. Brightness is normally measured in lumens, and the more expensive lights will either be USB charging, so you don't have to worry about batteries or anything like that, and a lot of the good ones will actually give you an indicator as well of when the batteries are running low, so you know when to charge them up again. The cheaper ones don't really do that, so it's really good to have a light that tells you when it's time to start charging again. With regards to the flash settings, they all have different flash modes. There'll be steady beams like that, brighter ones, and there'll be various different modes that you can set all these lights to. The kind of people all have different ideas about what the best kind of settings to be. I find that a steady light, a steady beam, is better for judging distance, so people can judge distance a lot better, judge how far away you are from them. But they tend to get lost a little bit in the roads when there's lots of other stuff happening. If it's just a steady light, they tend to just get ignored a little bit, whereas a flashing light is much better for grabbing attention. So a lot of people that ride at night time a lot will actually use two lights in the front and two in the back, one flashing and one steady, just for this reason, to grab attention and to allow people to judge distance a little bit better as well. If you're running lights in the daytime, so it's not always for night time, if you're running in the daytime just to get a bit more visibility, then a flashing light's probably much better because you're just never going to see a steady beam during the day. Yeah, another thing to consider, get a good set of lights, 100%, totally essential, but there's other things you can consider as well. Reflective clothing, a lot of kind of cycling jackets and stuff will have kind of reflective detailing on the back or on the wrists and stuff like that. And you can get these little kind of snap bands as well. These are pretty good. You can put them around your trouser leg, and they'll reflect drivers' headlights and other bike lights, and they also keep your trousers away from your chain as well. So multiple functions. The good thing about reflectors as well is they don't require any batteries or anything like that. They're energy efficient, good for the environment, and cheap as well. So that's another thing to consider, but definitely get yourself a good set of lights, and that's it. Happy riding, see you next time.